Welcome to Becoming the Beautiful Discovery, the Courage to Wake Up. I'm Renia Bigham, Coach Queenie B, and this is a space for anyone ready to reclaim their power, honor their truth, and rise from survival into self-awakening. I spent many years living by everyone else's rules, invisible in my own life, until holding my newborn daughter changed everything. From that moment, I began to rewrite my story, put myself first, and discover what freedom and beauty really mean. Here, along with Dr. Pat, we explore courage, self-care, and the messy, magnificent journey of awakening. Every scar can be a signature of strength. Every step can be a claim to your own life. This is your invitation to wake up, speak your truth, and become the beautiful discovery you are always meant to be. Becoming the beautiful discovery starts now.
Hey, everybody, I'm Dr. Pat. Oh, what a great show we have for you today. I get to take this beautiful ride with the most incredible Rena. And, you know, when Rena does this, when we come up with a topic, you always have to wonder how each of us comes up with a topic. Because you have to think about like what is going on for them? That's why so many topics for me have been recently involving leadership in the women's basketball team. But today it's not that. And yet it is this. What is the one thing you can do today that will make tomorrow better? Let me just say that. She didn't say a million things, but what is the one thing you can do today? What a topic this is, right? I mean, let's talk about this from where you sit, because you're not saying change 5 things, change 10 things, do new objectives. You're asking us to do one thing. So here's the question. Why does it feel so dang hard to even think about that?
Yeah, I know, right? That is such a great question. Thank you, everybody, first of all, for being here. But I don't, so I was listening to something, and this is how the question came to me, and I was like, oh my God, just one thing that you can do every day. You can go to the grocery store and smile at somebody, and that will make a difference. People think that to do one thing in a day to make a difference in the world, it's got to be something huge and major and just like, oh my God. In actuality, all you got to do is smile at somebody or say hi. How's your day going? Strike up a conversation at the grocery store or something. There's always at least one thing you can do that's not only going to make the world better tomorrow, but make you feel good in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I was at the club over the weekend, and this is where I go to get my coaching. And, more and more I'm seeing youngins come in there and play. I mean, youngins, people that are not barely the height of the table.
Oh, wow.
Youngins.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm watching them train, and I was watching this two players train with their dad, and he was tough on them, really tough. And I caught the girl, and both girl and the boy, out of the corner of my eye as I'm dripping full of my own sweat. And I winked at them and I smiled, and I gave them a thumbs up. Now, you may be thinking, does that mean anything? Did they even care? Well, when they left, and you have to understand something about this culture, when they left, they actually said goodbye to me, and they don't know me.
Aww.
So what you're talking about are acts of kindness or acts, period, like you're saying, that somehow on any given day. But you know what? You got to be willing to do that with yourself first.
Exactly. I mean,
Right?
you don't know the impact that you have on other people, but when you start with yourself and you just even start to show gratitude within yourself, thank you for letting me wake up this morning. Oh, my hair looks fantastic today. Oh, look, this great thing happened to me. I think one of our major issues is we don't acknowledge the good things that happen to us, or even the good things or things that make the world better that we do, we don't acknowledge it. We just go through the day. It's so easy for us to pick up on that negativity. Oh, this person gave me a dirty look. Oh, look how that person's driving. Oh, my boss is being a jerkwad today. Of course, we all have negative things happen to us throughout the day. But are you going to focus on that, or are you going to acknowledge that person that smiled at you today? When you were being shitty standing in line, they turned around and smiled at you, and you went, oh, now I feel good. Are we going to acknowledge this?
Yeah, because part of what we're talking about is, it's funny you said that. What did you say? I love that term. Emily should write this down. My boss was a jerkwad today. And I thought to myself, yes, my boss was a jerkwad today. And I realized I'm talking about me because I'm the boss.
Right?
Oh, there we go. Um, right. But part of this is to step out on a journey, and I want to talk about this because I'm not 100% convinced. I want you to tap into this. Um, I'm 99.9% convinced that everything we don't do that we want to do is based on fear.
Yes. Yes.
Somewhere. Some people
Somewhere
want to
along the
argue
line.
with me. They want
Yeah.
to go, anger. Blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I've been an athlete all my life.
Hmm.
So, right, you play a little sports too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my friends sent me the message about the Williams sisters.
Hmm.
And I said, what, have you lost your bleeping mind? I said, I want to see you get ready to go play any kind of thing, even close to Wimbledon, and show up before you make judgment
Right.
on two people that have earned the right to do whatever they dang well please.
Right. Right. Most definitely. Of course. I mean, yeah, fear is the number one reason why people don't do hardly anything. I mean, uh, there are things that I would like to do, but I'm deathly afraid. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. That that seems a
Come on,
little
when I come
dangerous.
out to see you, we're going to jump out of an airplane together. So get
Oh,
ready for that thing.
okay. I will prepare now, Dr. Pat. Yeah,
But
but
let's break it down.
yeah,
The intro I listened to today of your show, I always listen to it.
yes,
But I want to get to the moment you talk about, the moment of your child's birth. Just want to get there for a moment.
yes,
Because today, what I said this show was about was the one thing you can do today that will make tomorrow better. And yet, even as we may raise children, we may do something with our family, we're going to let the crustiness of our poor behavior show up in a way that doesn't honor the potentiality of what kindness and gratitude could bring to us tenfold.
quite right,
What the heck is up with that?
right. It's self-sabotage. It's what it comes down to. You're sabotaging it. It's a fear, and instead of facing that fear, the only way you have courage is to face your fear. The only way you're brave is to face your fear. So let's be courageous, let's be brave, and let's face that fear, because there are so many beautiful things we could be doing, and there's so many of us that have so many great things to offer this world, and yet they're afraid to do it because they're afraid that their voice doesn't count and it doesn't matter, and it does. And it does, because we are supposed to be out here having conversation, and if you're not putting your voice out there for us to have a conference. And I'm not saying to belittle anybody or to put people down or to come at other people in judgment. Let's have an honest, real conversation. And that's scary because people don't know how to have a conversation. They don't know how to express themselves in a way that is healthy and not belittling or hurting others.
Yeah.
And it's a great fear to be able to have a conversation with somebody and be honest and know that you're not going to be ridiculed or judged for it,
Yeah.
you know? And we need to start acknowledging that we do matter, that our voice matters, that doing one thing in one day could literally change tomorrow. Imagine 50 billion people, one kind thing. What is tomorrow going to do? What is it going to look like? Even if we got 10,000 people, even if you've got 5 people in your neighborhood, it makes a difference. And I there's no way to convince you unless you actually start making those steps. And
Or
then
you
you'll
know
do
what?
it.
Well, let me ask you this here question because, okay, so my YouTube, right? You can go to my YouTube, the Dr. Pat or whatever YouTube. I think Jessica's got them all connected.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to launch Unstuckable, but you can go there and you can see the people I've subscribed to. I
Mm-hmm.
think that the public can see who you subscribe to, right? There's
I
some way for
honestly have
them
no
to see
idea.
that. This is over.
Probably.
Emily, you're going to have to jump in here if I misspeak. But somebody saw that I subscribed to this channel
Mm,
called KTV, Keep the Vision
okay.
TV.
Okay.
That is a show that is done by a content creator who happens to love Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
I just love this young man.
Mm,
And so somebody was like, and Linda loves him more than I do. And, but it's not the kind of thing people expect me to be watching,
okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like they get shocked when I said I watched Resident Evil 6 5 times. Okay. But this one, they seem to think that I shouldn't watch that.
Mm,
So, what do I do for my day so that I don't absorb what other people think? See, this is the number one thing I want you to
mm,
hit upon before the end of the show because I know this one goes deep. If we're going to do what this show episode is about today, then we really have to also look at how do we do something for ourselves despite people want me to unsubscribe from this man,
mm-hmm.
right? How do we do that without justifying and saying, have you ever listened to him? Have you ever seen the way he's a content creator and he pulls clips in and he pulls this in and he pulls facts? Okay. So the straw that broke everybody's back was when I subscribed to two Black men, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
another young man called Venom, who is a master at statistics, who did a financial breakdown of the WNBA. And now it's like, what you doing, Dr. Pat? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying I'm just being me.
Right.
I'm just being me. So let's talk about how we be us, how we take this episode, the one thing you could do today, right?
Mm-hmm.
To move beyond our own blockages of external perspectives about who the heck you should be.
Yeah. Honestly, and
Okay.
people are going to get tired of hearing this, but it comes down to you knowing who you are, accepting yourself. I know that you have no issues with these people saying these things because you accept yourself for who you are. You know what you like, and you're not going to allow anybody to deter you from that. And if you speak because you want to. And if you don't, you do it because you want to, not because you feel like somebody's making you say something or you have to prove a point. And I get it. There are times where we think we need to prove a point, to let people know what our side is, why we made this choice. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. They don't need that explanation. It took me forever to realize, raising my children, that I don't have to explain everything to you. There are reasons why I do certain things. And when you get older, you will realize this. But it took me learning who I am, how to set my own boundaries, what I like, what I don't like. And then I was able to implement I don't need to explain that to you. I just do it. You know, if somebody comes up to me and they want me to go somewhere and I'm like, no, and they sit up there and try to peer pressure me, dude, what is your problem? I said no. You stick to that because I know who I am. I know, and I've spent enough time going, how do I feel today? You know, learning how to take care of myself. How do I feel today? How did that make me feel when they said that? Am I being a good person? Am I being a bad person? Am I in a good mood today? Am I sad today? You know, and I got to go through all of this process. And if it comes out at the end of the day that I don't want to go and I say no, I don't have to explain to you why I don't go. But that's because I looked within me. I don't look at what they say. You can't, yes, it is important to sometimes take what other people say, but don't take it to heart because they don't know you. And even people that know you, they don't know you. Only you know you. Only you know what you can accept and what you can forgive and what you can walk away from or what you can continue to walk towards. Only you. It comes down to knowing who you are and not allowing other people to make you feel a certain type of way. And don't get me wrong, that is hard. It feels hard. But when you're secure in yourself,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes easier. And it's a one step at a time process. This doesn't happen overnight. We work on this every day. I've been doing this for the past, God knows how many years, 20 years. And I'm still to this day going, do I need to explain to them why I don't want to go? No, actually, I don't. But if I do, it's because I want to. And I feel it's important for them to understand. But I don't have to. You have a choice. You always have a choice in how you respond to people, and you have a choice in how you respond to yourself. How are you going to take care of yourself? How are you going to show up for you? Because nobody else is going to. And then when you do show up for yourself, you will be more capable of showing up for others and being able to say that yes. But knowing that if you say no, it's okay.
I'm with you. I went back to Emily. I haven't hit you with this yet, but I went back to Jessica and I said I need to really learn OBS because I really want to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a content creator for my brand, Dr. Pat, Unstuckable, where I create
Mm-hmm.
video the way they do.
Right.
And how do they do it? Let's just talk about them. Do they have opinions? They do, but
Mm-hmm.
they rarely will talk about it, especially this one guy called Venom. He is nothing like he is nothing like that word. I mean, everybody gets that handle. I got a lame handle I'm trying to change in YouTube. But you know, he comes out and he's a master at numbers. What
Mm-hmm.
he shined a light on with the salary caps in the WNBA and why it is so important for Caitlin Clark not to be voted MVP because of the money they have to pay. I'm just sitting there like, don't you ever tell me not to watch this guy again, people.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that as many years as I've been doing that, I still have a soft spot.
Mm-hmm.
They call it a blind spot, but it's not, I'm not blind. I know
Right.
what's going on.
Right.
And what you're talking about today is how it would feel. How would it feel for me to have a content creation show that really expresses me? Girl from
Mm-hmm.
the Bronx, grew up in the projects, mom commits suicide, started dealing drugs when I was 8 or 9. I mean, how would this girl sound sitting on a
Mm-hmm.
Harley Davidson background saying what she thinks?
Right.
Now, that's the question. How do you feel
Mm-hmm.
when you do something for yourself? Because so far, what we've talked about is
Mm.
doing something to protect ourselves.
Right.
Now, let's get juicy. You know,
Yeah.
by the way, nobody talks about this better than Joyce Meyer about doing
Okay.
something for yourself. There's nobody
Right.
that, you know, and then of course you always got to thank God, but she still talks about it, going to get her
Right.
nails done, whatever that is.
Right.
But for
Right.
so long, spirituality has said, or religion has
Mhm.
said, oh, we must sacrifice.
Oh, yes. Sacrifice is a great big thing. I sacrificed all my life. I sacrificed for my children. I gave up all kinds of things for myself. And at the end of the day, I was exhausted. I was burnt out and I was angry and I could be mean even though I do my best not to, you know, and it makes you feel miserable when you sacrifice. And that is just a programming that was put out there that for us to receive what we are meant to receive, you have to sacrifice to get it. And
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Oh,
And that's all it is. And it has taken me a long time to know that I am not a selfish person because I want to do a facial to make myself feel good. I don't, go out there and buy clothes all the time. But when I do find a shirt or shoes or something that I like and I have the means to do it, I do it because I deserve it, because I'm giving everybody everything of me, everything. And every
yeah,
once in a while, it is okay for you to take care of yourself, to do something for yourself. It is not selfish. And don't get me wrong, I go through my head now going, do I really need this shirt?
oh,
Oh, but the kids need this too. And granted, my kids are older, but still, it's still there.
I
Oh,
know.
the kids need it. Oh, but I've got this bill coming up. Will I
Oh,
be able to afford this if I, you know, how are we just working things? And
oh,
what?
what you just said is the fastest way you, okay, let's stay with this for a minute because this is
Yeah.
the message for people today. I can only talk to I want to talk to women today. This is
Yes.
the message for y'all. If you are walking around saying, I don't know how I'm going to afford it, I don't know how I'm going to pay, you will cut off your unexpected good, the manifestation of really what you deserve in life in a second,
Yes.
right?
Right. Which took me a long time to even realize, at which point, I'm like, okay, if I keep talking this negative stuff, then of course I'm not going to be able to afford something later. So why don't we change the way that we speak? You know? So instead of saying spending it sounds very negative. Go out there and say, yeah, I circulated money today. I
Mm-hmm.
circulated money because that means it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. If you go and you circulate money on yourself, it's going to come back 20-fold. It may not come back in the way that you expect it, but life will start to feel easier. Trust me, I've been there. And it's a step-by-step process. You start every day. Every day. If you circulate money and you realize, "Oh my God, I circulated too much," just go, "Okay, help me out. Universe, God, Goddess, myself, we I circulated a lot today. Thank
Yeah.
you. I circulated. Thank you. And thank you for it coming back. And you will be able to pay that bill in one way, shape, or form. And there's no shame in asking for help. There is no shame. And in order for you to probably pay that bill, you might have to ask for help, but it's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with asking for help, and there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. We women, we go to work all damn day. We come home, we take care of our children. We sit up there, we try to clean the house, cook dinner, help Joe Schmo over here, help our best friend over here, and we go to bed exhausted. You know what, daggone it? Go out there and buy yourself a daggone t-shirt or an ice cream cone. You deserve it.
Yeah. Well, to see, this is what we're talking about because the show topic is what is the one thing you're going to do today? What does it look like to do
Right,
something each day? So I want to jump
right.
over in the minutes we got left. Forget about doing it one day. I want to challenge everybody listening to this show. What can you do each day?
Right. Well, and you don't even have to do something for somebody else.
No,
Do it
right.
for
No,
yourself.
you got to
One
start there.
thing every day that you do for yourself that is an act of kindness and compassion, and acknowledge it and give appreciation for it. Thank you for allowing me to be able to take a bath. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to have 15 minutes to my damn self. Start showing that appreciation for the things that you need in your life today for yourself, and things will
start to look different. They will start to change because you're taking care of yourself, and you will be able to help other people the more you take care of yourself. One thing every day, even if it's the same thing. Go buy
Yes.
yourself some blueberries. Go
Oh
for
my
a walk,
gosh.
you know?
I love red light therapy. So I have a ton of red light therapy lights, right? I have the face one, I got the whole thing. You know what I caught myself doing? I was sitting there in my special chair in my master bedroom. I'm sitting there and
Mhm.
I love to sit in the corner. I'm like a little caveman girl. And I'm
Right.
sitting in the corner and I got my face mask on. I got the red
Mhm.
lights on my knee and it's on a timer. And I'm
Right.
just, and my brain goes, oh, you really need to stop. You just turn it off. You need to
Mhm.
turn it off because you did enough. Maybe you did 5 minutes. That should be. So I was getting ready to turn it off
Mhm.
because I was not willing to give myself the full 10 minutes
Mm.
to sit. And I said, come on now, Pat.
Right.
You're being Pat the Brat. Come on now. Stop that. So,
Right.
what's your personal message? How do we wrap this up for people in your words so that we can say, challenge yourself to do this, folks?
Yes, definitely. Challenge yourself. Face your fear. I mean, it's scary taking care of yourself, honestly. There's fear in that. There's fear in taking care of yourself and the judgment that comes from other people because you gave yourself a deep conditioning and a facial mask today, you know? You tell people, they're like, "Oh, well, I'm glad you got time for that." Oh, no. No, no. Just keep that stuff to yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself every day. Love yourself. The more you show up for yourself, the more you will show up for others. The more you do for yourself, even the tiniest bit will change the world tomorrow. Trust me, it does work. It feels hard, but we can do it. And if you need help and you need support, I'm here. There are other people out there that are willing to help and support you. You want to find out more, go to coachqueenieb.com. Of course, all my other links are in there as well, you know, but it's okay. It's okay to know who you are. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to take care of yourself. And it's okay to be kind in a world where it seems like there's no kindness left.
And can I say this? You have
Yeah,
got to laugh at yourself. Here,
most
little
definitely.
story. Not too long ago, I did my nails,
Hmm.
right? I love to do that, especially when they're not all gone. So I did my nails. So I'm out in the public and
Hmm.
somebody sees my hands and says, "Oh, aren't you the trendsetter?" And I'm like, "Is it my hair?" They said, "No. You're the first person I've ever seen to do paint one hand of your nails and not the other hand."
Oh, I love it.
Siren, 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 right? And I
Right,
said, yeah, you ought to try it someday. But
right.
this is about being aware enough about ourselves to know we're
Yes,
worth it.
yes, most
Thank you,
definitely.
Queenie Bee. Thank you
Of
so much for
course.
today. And for those of you out there, we're not kidding. We want you to stop and we want you to think about what you're going to do for yourself today. Because
Yes.
before you can do it for other people, you got to be willing to give yourself something. It doesn't matter what it is. And if you need help doing this, get a hold of Coach Queenie Bee. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Becoming the Beautiful Discovery with me, Coach Queenie B and Dr. Pat. Join us the first Monday each month at 11 a.m. Pacific time to embark on this journey of courage, awakening, and self-discovery. If today's episode inspired you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so others can join the movement too. For more resources, tools, and inspiration, visit CoachQueenieB.com. Remember, visit CoachQueenieB.com. And remember, your journey is your power. Keep waking up, claiming your truth, and becoming the beautiful discovery you are always meant to be.